Hi there, I'm Magnus. I'd like to tell you about my experience from comparing these two devices. This is my Nav 6 that I bought together with my bike 5 years ago, and this is the BMW Connected Cradle that I bought a few weeks ago. Both these devices have their own advantages, and I would like to show you what I have found out about them.
But first a few words about my BMW Nav 6, which has started to ghost. I first discovered this problem in the middle of the last season, but when I started the Navigator again this spring, it was completely useless because of the ghosting problem had become so disabling. I searched for solutions on the internet, and there were quite a few to choose from, like send it for repair, file a complaint and so on. Because the problem seemed to be the screen and not the software, I became curious when a friend told me about how to calibrate the screen, so I decided to try that. I don't know where he got the information from, but this is what I did. With the device turned off and no cables connected, press the on-off button and the upper left corner on the screen at the same time. When the screen shows System, I release the on-off button on the backside. And when the screen shows Loading, I also release the screen. Then the calibration points to be marked are displayed, and I just press them with precision. Then the screen says that the calibration is complete. And in this way I have got my GPS working flawlessly again. I don't know at this point how long it will be like new, and only time will tell. When I first heard about the Connected Ride Cradle, I thought it sounded like a really smart accessory. It was therefore an obvious substitute when my Navigator 6 stopped working. I plan a lot of routes in advance for holidays and so on, and I find this works out best in Google Maps. And via the Connected Ride Cradle, I wouldn't have to detour via Garmin Basecamp to export those files, which I saw as an added bonus. I have used the retired Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra for my device, as I see a risk in mounting my regular phone in the cradle, especially when Apple has stated that the iPhone's image stabilization can be ruined by vibrations from this type of mount. Okay, my praise to the Cradle is that the screen is more responsive than the Nav 6, and it looks nicer and shows many details better. The transfer of GPX files is much smoother to the Cradle than to the Nav 6, because I can send the files directly from my computer via AirDrop to my iPhone, where I am logged in to the BMW Motorrad app. And therefore it ends up in the app also on my logged in Samsung in the Cradle. It is possible to quickly and easily search in, for example Google, when the device is so easily accessible, if I stop and wonder something. Some points I am a little bit concerned about are how the smartphone will handle heavy rain, overheating in strong sunlight while charging, and the risk of damaging the camera stabilization. In these areas I believe Nav 6 performs better and get my praise. It can be locked so I don't have to handle it at every stop, or worry about it being stolen. It starts and stops with a motorcycle. It is proven water and heat resistant. It can be handled with gloves on. It shows much more clearly which lane to choose in many tight navigation situations, which I really appreciate in big cities with heavy traffic. The disadvantage of the Nav 6 are that it can feel a bit sluggish, and that it's more complicated to update with new maps and routes, as well as the price, if you're going to buy one of the units new. My summary. The fact that it is not possible to lock the phone, that the navigation instructions are less clear, and that it cannot be operated with gloves on are, in my opinion, the features that make Nav 6 the best of these two for me. I hope my observations can help you if you are unsure about which device you are considering getting, or maybe get your Nav 6 back to work by the calibration. Thanks for watching, and drive nicely out there.